Today we're going through the process of setting up a brand new YouTube channel. We're going to do the account creation bit, then we're going to go into channel settings, and by the end of the video, I'm going to dive into some overlooked features that a lot of creators miss or take for granted. And this process begins on youtube.com, specifically a brand new instance of YouTube where we're not even signed in. So let's click sign in, and this is the first thing we need to do. We're actually going to create a brand new Google account. And you might be thinking you could skip this step if you already have a Google account. And sure, maybe you can, but I'm going to urge you to actually make a brand new email address for this YouTube channel. And the reasons revolve around account security. I'll be diving into that a little bit more later on, but essentially the goal is to create a Google account, an email address that is treated like a password. You're not going to share this with anybody. So I'm going to click create account, and I'm presented with three options: for personal use, for a child, or for work/business. I'm going to go ahead and click personal use. What this really does is kind of changes the way Google presents information to you, and you can always swap it to work or business later on. But if you are going to use this channel as something that is going to generate revenue for you at some point, if you're going to attach it to a business, maybe just go straight for work or business. I'm going to do personal use today. It's going to ask you for the general account information. So I'm going to say my name is Dan, fake name, click next, and it's going to ask for this basic information. So we're going to just fill it out as normal and move on to the next step. Next is the email address itself, your login email. And again, I'm not sharing this with anybody. I'm treating it kind of like it's a password. I'm going to call it danfakename_private@gmail.com, and I'll click next. It'll ask if I want to create a new email address, and I'm going to click create. It's going to give some other options here. I guess it's recommending that I lowercase all the letters. That's fine. I'll click next. I'll choose a strong password. I'll click next. And then Google's going to ask you for a phone number. I'm going to go ahead and do that off camera, but the phone number will become relevant for another part in this process as well. We'll get to that a little bit later on. Once you enter in your code and Google verifies your phone number, it's going to ask for a recovery email address. I'm going to skip this for now, but if you have another email, it is probably good to add one here. So I'll click skip. And then we get to review our account information. danfakenameprivate@gmail.com is ready to go. I'm going to click next. Then they'll invite you to read through their privacy and terms. I'm going to recommend you click more options here and actually go down, and you can tell them to do things like not save your web app activity for your Google account, show me ads that aren't personalized. This is all kind of like control your own data stuff, and don't save my YouTube history on my Google account. I'm actually going to save that. YouTube history is actually pretty helpful for me as a viewer. You can set occasional reminders about these settings as well. I'm not going to do that. I'll just click agree. And now we're back on the YouTube homepage. This is a brand new account. Nothing's actually showing up yet because you need to search for a video to get started, but we're not doing that right now. What we're going to do is click into our icon here, and we're actually going to click create a channel, because what we've done right now is we've set up a Google account, a YouTube viewing account, but we've not set up an actual YouTube channel. So you need to click create a channel. Now a box is going to pop up, and this is pretty cool because it's the first time you actually get to start customizing your whole YouTube channel. Where we'll start with a name. I'm going to say it's Dan Babbles. And if you click out of that, it's actually going to make that your handle if it's available. And mine is, which is kind of cool. We're also going to select a profile picture. Google will go ahead and give you a whole bunch of different options to choose from. I'm going to recommend uploading something a little more custom. So I'm going to click from computer, and I'm going to use this photo of me. It's already cropped the way I want it, so I'll click done. And @DanBabbles is ready to go. Speaking of @DanBabbles, the handle is how people can tag you across YouTube. It might show up in live chats, it'll show up in comments, things like that. I would try to make the handle the same as your channel name if you can. You want this to be memorable. You want this to be easy for other people to tag. Anyway, let's create the channel. And from here, we are in our brand new empty YouTube channel. We have Dan Babbles. We have more about this channel, all the stuff we're going to get into, but we're not going to click create. We're not making our first video yet. We have a lot more we need to do. So I'm going to click up here, and we're actually going to go to YouTube Studio. This is the point in the process where YouTube starts to take your hand and show you the ropes, get you, kind of going and making content, which is great. I'm going to click continue here. I'm going to close this, and we're getting all kinds of little pop-ups here, but we're going to close out of those for now because I have some other steps I would like you to focus on. This is the point in the video where we get into some channel settings. I want you to pay attention here. You don't have to do these in any particular order, but you should do this stuff before you upload your first video. There's a lot we can do. I'm going to start by clicking on settings. Let's go through these one by one. The general tab here is pretty underutilized. It's just your currency right now, which should be set by default, and we'll click on channel next. You want to start filling this out. So your country of residence, I've put United States, and then these are channel keywords. I don't know what Dan Babbles is yet, but presumably you'll kind of know what you're going to be doing on your channel. Let's say I talk about current events. I've just chosen some random ones here. I highly recommend doing a little more work with this, but don't overthink it. The goal is to imagine what surfaces your channel in search. So if you cook for people who are on keto, then you might put keto recipes, things like that. If you play a certain game, you might make a few tags that feature the name of your game and let's play and things like that. But again, don't overthink it. I wouldn't wouldn't put more than like 5 or 10 of these, and some people skip this altogether. Let's go to advanced features though. This is where things get a little more technical and we need to pay attention. So with every single video, you'll need to know if you're making it for kids or not. If you are making videos that are for kids, you can click this button, and going forward, all of your videos will automatically be set to for kids. So YouTube will treat them different. Ads won't be personalized. Notifications, comments, and stories will be disabled. YouTube doesn't have stories anymore, so I think that language is a bit old. You can click see all changes to see all the different things that a kid's channel will do, or you can click no. This channel is not for kids. Whatever you choose, you want to be deliberate with this. You need to know if you are making content that is tailored to kids or not. This is going beyond just like general YouTube advice. This is going into legal territory, and I'm not a lawyer. YouTube has more information here about the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act, and you can dive into this a little bit more. You can also choose to review this setting for every single video if you're somebody who thinks that some of your videos might actually be catered towards kids. But what we're doing right here is making it so we never have to think about it again. If I'm not making content for kids and I click this, then automatically all of my videos will have this setting turned on for them. I'm going to have my option be toggled to no by default because this channel is not for kids. I'm going to scroll down. Where it says automatic captions, you can choose to have this not show potentially inappropriate words. Potentially is kind of a key word there because sometimes you say something and the automated captioning tool will hear a different word. So I actually like to check this box because I don't want it to think that I'm swearing. Maybe I don't plan on swearing on this channel, but I'm just trying to be super safe here. Scrolling down just a little bit, you see that we have automatic dubbing. This is kind of a new feature. The way it works is that if you record your videos in English and you would like Spanish speakers to be able to understand them, you would enable automatic dubbing. And an AI will go ahead and dub over the video in that native language. A lot of people turn this setting off. I'm not going to enable it for this channel. It's kind of up to you whether or not you like this. If you as a viewer have seen this and you like the way it sounds, then yeah, feel free to turn it on. From here, we can also go into advertisements and different things like that. We can disable interest-based ads. I'm just going to leave this unchecked. We can allow viewers to clip our content. Personally, I'm going to recommend you keep this setting on because it's just going to create clips from your actual videos. It's not letting people download the video and clip it and put it on their channel. The clips live inside your actual video, and it's kind of cool because it creates shareable, clippable moments. So if someone likes something you had to say in a video and they want to share just that part with their friends, this makes it really convenient for them. I don't think a lot of people use it. I would leave it on. A setting I won't be leaving on though is video quality and enhancements. This has YouTube going through your videos and automatically updating the audio and visual quality of them using AI. In my experience as a viewer, I don't like the way this makes my videos look or sound. I've seen a lot of comparisons and I'm not really enjoying this feature. I turn this off every chance I get whenever I make a new channel. I recommend you do the same, but that's just if you're setting up your channel based on my preferences. You're you. Do what you want. Just under that and off by default is allow third-party companies to train AI models using my channel content. Again, totally up to you. I'm going to leave that off. And from here, we're going to go into feature eligibility, the third tab in the channel section. This is probably the most exciting tab for a brand new YouTuber because this is what unlocks so many features across your channel. So here's what we can do. If we look under standard features, we see all the different things we already have access to by default. This is free for every channel. It's already turned on. You don't have to worry about doing anything. But if you would like intermediate features turned on, and trust me, you probably do, you will unlock custom thumbnails, live streaming, and videos longer than 15 minutes. This right here is usually the reason people turn this on. In order to do this, you need to verify your phone number. Again, I said earlier, your phone number is going to become relevant in this setup process again. This is where that happens. If you've already given Google your phone number for your Google account, you may as well just go ahead and verify your phone number. I'm going to do that now. And now that I've done that, I've been kicked back out into this general tab here. I'm going to click channel and feature eligibility, and boom, intermediate features are now turned on. And I now have access to all of these features as well. If you would like advanced features, this one's going to take a little bit more. So the requirements for this are to do a video verification where you'll need to look at your phone's camera and kind of turn your head and do things like that. You need to share your ID with YouTube, or you can simply upload up to 2 months of channel history onto your channel. Basically, keep making videos. After 2 months passes, YouTube will turn these features on for you as long as you haven't broken any of their rules. The things that this unlocks is you can appeal content ID claims, link to external things. Maybe you have a Patreon you're going to attach to your YouTube channel, or you have affiliate links. This is going to become really important for you. You can have embedded live streams, more live streams every day, more shorts, A/B testing for thumbnails, which is a really helpful feature. You can upload more videos daily, and you'll become eligible for monetization. So if you ever do want to get monetized on YouTube, you do need to have this feature enabled. I'm not going to go through the process right now, but it is something that we'll need to think about if we want all of these things. So let's move on to the next section I want to show you in settings, which is upload defaults. This is all kind of up to you, but basically what these little boxes are, this represents the title of all your videos, the description of all your videos, the visibility settings, and the tags. If you don't want to mess with this, the only thing I want you to pay attention to is this right here. I want to set all of your videos to private. You do not want to upload a video and have it go public before you've had time to sit down and write out a description and do all those things. Imagine uploading a video and then forgetting to set this up. You're going to want to have that done for you. Don't let videos go out to public before you've had a chance to actually mess with them. So what this does is it makes it so by default, whenever you upload a video, it's always set to private. So you'll never have to think about it again. But if you'd like, I also recommend going through your description and just putting down the stuff that's going to be in every single video description, regardless of what video you make. Usually that's your affiliate links, it's your social media handles, things like that. There's also an advanced tab. Again, this is all applicable to all the videos you post on your YouTube channel, and you can change this per video. But again, these are just defaults you're setting up for each upload. So let's say I'm going to click news and politics because I said I'm going to be like reacting to news and current events. And we'll go ahead and say the video language is English, specifically English United States. Title and description language will also say is English. And the nice thing with these settings is once you do this one time, you'll never have to worry about it for your videos ever again. Then the last boxes here are your comments. Do you want to turn your comments on or off by default? We'll leave that on. And then I want to talk a little bit about these moderation settings here because this is where things get kind of interesting. Once you start uploading videos, you might get into a situation where you're getting comments you kind of don't like. A lot of people leave their moderation settings kind of on basic, which holds potentially inappropriate comments, but I like to click strict because it broadens the range of inappropriate comments. Now, I feel differently than a lot of other people out there when it comes to this setting, but hear me out for a second. If people are finding clever and creative ways to bully you in your comment section or other viewers, it's going to ruin your experience when you go to look at your comments, and it's going to ruin the experience for other people commenting in your videos and trying to just engage in the conversation. I like really strict moderation because I just don't want to deal with a bunch of crap. Anyway, just a couple more things in the settings window before we move on. You can click into permissions, and this is going to be the ability to invite other people to help you manage your channel. So let's say you hire an editor in the future and you would like them to be able to upload videos to your channel on your behalf. You can invite their Google account and give them different permissions. It's kind of nice. We can also go into community moderation, going back to what I was just talking about, and you actually have a lot of cool tools here. So you can see it's already on strict moderation, and messages in your live chat. That's a separate type of moderation. You can go basic or none. This is going to hold potentially inappropriate messages, or you can just let it loose. But it doesn't get any more strict than basic when it comes to live chat. For blocked words, this will block words in your comments and your live chats, and it can be whatever word you want. So if you don't want people saying fart, then you can put fart here, and now nobody can say fart anywhere on your channel. In community moderation, I also recommend clicking hold comments with hashtags and URLs for review. I'm not sure why hashtags is included here, but URLs, certainly, I do not want people linking to other things in my comment sections. Comment sections on YouTube, unfortunately, are full of scams. Highly, highly, highly recommend you turn this on. The other two tabs in here are user management. This is for adding moderators to your channel. If you have people that you trust that you want helping you moderate your live chat or your comments, you can add moderators. You can also have approved users and hidden users. When you ban someone from commenting on your channel, they're going to be in here, for example. This setting here will allow people to redirect their live stream content into your live stream. So if someone's ending their stream, they can go, hey, we're all going to raid Dan Babbles, and they'll send everybody over there automatically. It's kind of cool. It's something that if you live stream, you might want to turn on. The last tab here is channel guidelines. If we click verify, YouTube will see that we already have access to this feature. Looks like I actually had to hit save on all those other settings we did to get this to pop up. But what this does is it actually puts some guidelines up for people who are leaving their first comment, post, or chat in a live stream. And this can be really, really helpful. You can have a welcome message and up to 3 rules. I'm just kind of putting rule 1, 2, and 3 to demonstrate that you can only add 3 here before it cuts you off. And yes, we can add no more guidelines. So these are things I think a lot of creators don't really think about, but it's kind of nice to set the tone of your community up front so people don't have to ask questions. If you don't want people to swear in your comments or your live chat, then I highly recommend a rule that says no swearing. Keep it nice and simple. They've been warned, right? That's it. It's a pretty useful little tool that I think I don't see personally on a lot of channels. I think this one is skipped quite a bit. Anyway, that's all the settings we need to worry about. Creator demographics and agreements you can check on your own time, but there's really nothing in there we have to poke at right now. Now, if you do nothing else, you are ready to make videos. We've set a lot of stuff up so your first uploads can go off without a hitch. But there's a few more things I'm going to recommend you dive into, starting with the customization section. This is where we can upload a banner image and perhaps a new profile image if the one we chose earlier when we were setting up was something we just picked in haste just to get the kind of channel going. The channel banner is what I want to focus on here for a minute. Right now, if we click on this button here, we can view our YouTube channel and we can see that it's really blank. There is no banner at the top like you see on so many other channels. Customizing it and adding a banner is really important. Is it make or break? No, but I do think having a channel banner of some kind can help people understand a little bit better what your channel is about if they decide to go and check things out specifically on your channel to see what you've been up to. Now, at this time, I don't have a fake channel banner to put here, but you would just click upload and select an image. But I do have one tip for you on making banners, something that I think a lot of channels don't really think about is the dimensions of their banner. And there's a very simple way to make sure that your channel banner always looks good no matter what device it's on. This right here is a YouTube banner template. I'll get my face off the screen for a second so you can see it in all its glory. Maybe you want to screenshot it, but I found it by just Googling YouTube banner template. And there's a lot of them out there like this, but basically what it does is at the top here, we can see that for TVs, it's telling us this is the resolution of a YouTube banner when it's on a TV. And this is the maximum area someone would see if they were to look at your YouTube channel on a television. They have the potential to see this entire screen. But the thing we want to focus on is this area in the middle, the dark gray part, the text and logo safe area. Whatever you put in your channel banner, the most important information you want to make sure fits into this gray box here. What I recommend doing is finding an image like this, going into the photo editing software you use and make a new project at these dimensions, 2560 by 1440, and have this in there, something you can put over the channel banner you're working on, and you can kind of lower the opacity by 50%, and you can get a good idea of what your channel banner is going to look like depending on what device it's being shown on. Anyway, we already have our profile picture, our name, our handle. We can also add pronouns if we want to, and a channel description. I want to show you this as well because a lot of channels have really long channel descriptions, but YouTube displays descriptions in a kind of unique way. So for example, with vidIQ, our channel description says we help YouTubers get more views, more subscribers, and get monetized. We see let's grow together, but it's starting to fade out, right? But the most important part, we help people get views, subscribers, get monetized, is what we want people to know about us without clicking more. If you click more, we have a whole bunch of information here. We have links to other socials, and we have, a more robust description from there. So basically what I want you to do is fill this out, but I want you to take the most important part, the elevator pitch for your channel, and boil it down to one small sentence, something that you can just have people read without clicking to know more about you, so they can look at it real quick and go, okay, Dan babbles. He talks about news and reacts to trending things on social media. Got it, that makes sense. So for Dan babbles, it might look something like this. And then if we click publish and we go back out to our YouTube channel, we can see that sentence fits perfectly right here without the fade we were seeing on the vidIQ channel. And if we click more, we can see that I also like cats. Contact info. This is where I want to take a second and give you a little more information as to why we made our email address a brand new email and didn't use an existing one. Depending on how long you've watched YouTube, maybe you've seen this happen. One of your favorite creators suddenly kind of disappears and is replaced with a live stream about Tesla or something. All of their videos have been deleted and suddenly you feel like, did I subscribe to a Tesla channel at some point? And it turns out what happened is that creator was hacked. These hacks are getting more and more sophisticated, and one of the ways they hack you is by emailing you. They trick you into clicking on something, they download malicious software onto your computer, they do whatever they need to do to get into your account. Making your email address private does not stop this from happening. But what it does do is adds an extra layer of account security. But people might need to know an email address to reach out to you if they want to sponsor your videos or if they're another creator who wants to collab with you. So putting an email address in here is important, but it should be completely different than the one that you used for your YouTube login. Anyway, lastly on the profile tab here is the video watermark. This is optional, but you can upload a 150 by 150 image and it's just gonna be a little square. People can click on it to quickly subscribe to your channel, things like that. Let's click on the home tab and I'm just gonna show you this real quick. We're not gonna go through it, but if you click on this, you can actually lay out your channel in all sorts of ways. The vidIQ home tab is a great example because it actually has videos on it. So the first thing people see if they're not subscribed is a a video, a channel trailer that we want them to see. And if you scroll down a little bit, we've chosen a few different things. So we have a playlist called How to Get More Views, and we feel like this should be the first thing people see because it best describes what we help people do from here. How to get your first 1,000 subscribers, something very, very interesting to our audience. And then below that, how to get monetized. So basically, we have a lot of different playlists that cover a wide array of different topics. And if you scroll down here, you can also see the other channels associated with vidIQ. We have our podcast channel, India, tutorial, Espanol. So you get the idea. So the For You section is actually something that YouTube will do for you automatically. We actually went ahead and we removed this section in favor of a playlist that we created for ourselves. I recommend coming in here and just turning this on and doing nothing else for now. As you make videos though, and as your channel gets going, you might want to start to like rearrange things a little bit more. The truth of the matter is a lot of people don't go to your homepage, but it turns out this subscribe button here is one that people use quite regularly, which means if someone's about to subscribe to your channel, oftentimes they will go to your homepage to see more of an overview of what it is you do on YouTube. But you did just see that it was off by default, so I highly recommend coming in here and at least toggling this. So those are all the things you can do, and then some, before you make your first video to make sure it goes up without a hitch, but there's a few more things you can do as well to give you a leg up. First, when you're in YouTube Studio, I highly recommend doing one thing. I want you to click the go live button. Now, you're not going to instantly go live, and maybe you're thinking, well, I'm not going to do live streams, so I'm not worried about this. But listen, if you ever even want to try live streaming, I really recommend just clicking this button one time ever. What's going to happen from here is a countdown timer is going to start. And this is how much time it's going to take before YouTube allows you to even go live. I can't tell you how many times I've set up a new channel with the intention of live streaming and thought, okay, I'm going to go live now. And I click the button and I forget that this is a thing. This is very annoying. So if you click the button, it starts the timer and you don't have to do anything else. You never have to touch it again if you don't want to go live. This is just in case you ever might want to go live, just click the button. And then one more content-y thing I want to show you is actually the YouTube audio library. This is something that nobody really talks about. Here is music that YouTube gives you that you can actually use in your videos. It tells you what kind of license the music has. You can use this audio track in any of your videos, including videos that you monetize. No attribution is required. I can't tell you how valuable it is to have a library of music and not have to think about, oh gosh, can I use this song? Am I allowed? Am I going to get my videos into some kind of trouble? You have all these songs here. They add to it quite a bit. You can search it. There's filters, and they also have sound effects as well. So this is just stuff that you can download and put into your videos, and it can be really, really helpful. You can also like star different ones, so you just kind of save the music and sound effects that you want to make sure you have access to in the future, in case you forget, in case you get a new computer and you delete all those files. It's just a really nice to have that nobody ever mentions, and I think for new creators, it's very, very helpful. And then the last tip I have for you is to install vidIQ. That's us. We're vidIQ. We have this YouTube channel, but we also have a whole bunch of tools. And if you do install vidIQ, when you're on YouTube, a lot of stuff is going to look a bit different. Since you're a creator, this might be relevant to you. You can see how many subscribers a channel has underneath their videos. You can see if videos are performing better than other videos by seeing these outlier scores underneath them. We have all of these metrics up here that keep track of your channel over time, how many hours of watch time, how many views you have in the last so many days. It's totally free, but we also have a paid version as well. And if you add it to your browser as an extension, it's just going to give you a lot more options as you're creating content. It's a helpful research tool and something we're pretty proud of. So you can check that out. You don't have to. It's linked down below. But it sounds like to me that you're ready to start uploading videos. So I'm going to pass you along to Rob in this video here, where he goes over everything you need to know before you post your first video to YouTube. Enjoy and good luck.